friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. Today I'm going to be telling you all about the books that I hauled during the month of October. And hey, new hair, who dis? A lot of you have been saying how much you like my long hair, but I was missing my shorter hair and I just got it done today for the first time in 8 months, 9 months, something ridiculous like that. So it's like fresh color. Don't mind the color that will come off my forehead, and she curled it a little bit, which is so fun, and it just feels light and free, and it's above my shoulders, which I love, and I'm really thrilled with it. So I had to film, of course. So we're going to talk about the books that I received or bought in the month of October. We're going to start with my book of the month pick. I only picked one this month, but I'm really excited to read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I've heard such high praise for this one. Even maybe some people said that it made them cry a little bit, which I'm so excited about. So if this is a little bit magical. Addie LaRue, I don't know who she makes a deal with, like the devil or a witch or something, or she's cursed. Somehow she gets immortal life. She can live forever, but nobody remembers her. So it's like a curse and a blessing. More a curse if you ask me. But so she can live forever, but nobody really remembers her until one day somebody does. So this is the story of Addie LaRue and how she gets through life. And V.E. Schwab is a great fantasy writer, so I'm really excited to see what she does with this one, and I've heard such high praise for it, so I'm really excited to have that. I won a Goodreads giveaway, you guys. I have entered so many Goodreads giveaways until I forget about them. Like, I enter a ton, and then I forget about them, and then I enter a ton more, and I haven't won ever until this month, when I got a Jane Austen retelling, which I'm really excited about. This is Jane in Love by Rachel Givney. What if Jane Austen traveled to the present day and fell in love? That's all I needed to know, really. Jane Austen in present times, falling in love with someone. So it takes place in 1803, when Jane Austen lived in England, and also Bath, England in present day. So it's on the film set of Northanger Abbey. That just sounds like a lot of fun. I'm really excited to read another Jane Austen inspired book. You guys know I love those. And I'm so excited that I won a Goodreads giveaway. Something else very exciting this month that happened. Over the last couple months, maybe you may have noticed that in my descriptions, I'm putting the books that I talk about in my videos with Amazon links. And this is a way for you to get a hold of those books easily if you want them, but also it gives me a teeny tiny little kickback if you purchase from those links. And this month I received a gift card from Amazon because enough of you guys had clicked through those links and bought books, and I was able to purchase a book, which is what I'm going to use that money for, obviously. And I bought a middle grade called The Wingfeather Saga, on the Edge of the Dark Sea of Darkness, by Andrew Peterson. I remember last year during middle grade March that quite a few people had mentioned this book, and when the lockdown first started, when COVID first hit and everybody was kind of at home alone, Andrew Peterson, the author, was reading this aloud, I don't know, on Zoom or Facebook Live or something, and quite a few families joined in to listen to him read this book, which I think is so cool that he did that. So this is one that I've had my eye on since last March, and it's a gorgeous, like, printed hardcover. I love it. And I don't know much about it, but it is Adventure, Peril, Lost Jewels, and the Fearsome Toothy Cows of Scree. A riveting tale for all ages following Janner, Tink, and Lily Igby and their trusty dog Nugget as they escape from the vicious fangs of Dang as they seek the lost jewels of Anira. Quirky characters and the world of wonders from the edge of the dark sea of darkness to the deadly Glipwood forest and beyond set the stage for this epic adventure. I'm really excited about this. I'm not going to save it for middle grade March. It'll probably get read before then. But thank you to those of you who clicked through my Amazon links, because that got me a book. I'm a part of a Facebook group for book swapping and purchasing, and every month at the beginning of the month they post a wish list train that you can hop on the train, and then they give you the name of the person that you're supposed to go to their Amazon wish list and purchase a book. The person who had me purchased 2 books, which is so incredibly kind. They got me a Susanna Kearsley, which is an author that I really need to read more from. I've read 3 so far and have loved all 3. She always deals a little bit with time travel and very atmospheric. I really love her writing. This one is The Shadowy Horses. And they also got me As Brave as You by Jason Reynolds. I recently read Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds, and I really enjoyed that one this summer. So this one is another one by him that has won quite a few awards. So I'm really excited to read this middle grade / YA. I'm not sure which it is, but I'm excited for this one. Also from that group, I swapped for Big Summer by Jennifer Weiner. And this is a mystery. It doesn't look like it's going to be a mystery, but it is. An unforgettable novel about friendship and forgiveness set during a disastrous wedding on picturesque Cape Cod. 6 years after the fight that ended their friendship, Daphne is shocked when Drew walks back into her life looking as lovely and successful as ever with a massive favor to ask. So I'm excited to read Big Summer. This was kind of all over the place this summer, and so I was excited to swap for it, and now I have it. I received a book from Amazon this month, and I'm not sure who it's from. This is The Orphan Collector by Ellen Marie Wiseman. I always put right in the front the little paper from Amazon that says who the books are from, and I can't find where I put this one. Oh no, here it is. I found it. This is from Rosario. She said, I read and enjoyed the arc of this book. I saw that you had it on your wish list. I hope you love this book as much as I did. Yay! I'm really excited. I did read another Ellen Marie Wiseman a year and a half ago, and really did enjoy that one. And I'm always drawn to books that have the word orphan in the title. So I'm excited about this one. This cover just looks like a book that I want to read. I don't even know anything about this one. 1918 takes place. A 13-year-old German immigrant, Pia, longs to be far from Philadelphia's overcrowded streets and slums and from the anti-German sentiment that compelled her father to enlist in the U.S. Army, hoping to prove his loyalty. But an even more urgent threat has arrived. Spanish influenza is spreading throughout the city. That's all I need to know. 1918, right at the end of World War I, and Spanish flu and orphan. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this one and see what Ellen Marie Wiseman is going to do with that story. Thank you so much, Rosario, for sending that to me. Very, very kind of you. So kind. And I did have some credits, rewards points, I guess they're called, with Book Outlet. So I used some of those this month to purchase some books and actually a movie. I said movie because this is a puzzle that has movies in it. Movie visual puns. So there are apparently 100 movies in this picture. So that sounds kind of fun. I like puzzles with like a lot of stuff on them, so this will be a fun puzzle. I haven't done a puzzle in a couple months now, so I'm due for another puzzle. So when I saw that Book Outlet had some puzzles, I grabbed one. And then I have just 3 left that I purchased from Book Outlet. I was influenced by Chantel at An Intentional Life. She is a booktuber that I have recently started following, and I love her videos. I will link her channel down below for those of you who like Christian book recommendations or Christian values in your books. She's somebody to definitely follow because she does some vetting for you in her reading. So she loves this author, and I went on Book Outlet and bought 3 of them before even knowing if I would like them, but they just felt like perfect fall reads for me. So the author is Jamie Jo Wright, and the books that I picked up are The Reckoning at Gossamer Pond, The House at Foster Hill, and The Curse of Misty Wayfair. I believe these are Christian fiction. Yes, they're published by Bethany House, which is a good clue that these are Christian fiction. They have sort of a gothic, eerie kind of a vibe. I mean, you can kind of tell from the covers, which are gorgeous. So I'll just tell you real quickly. This, I believe, is the one that Chantel was reading and talking about. In this one, our main character, Thea, had been a post-mortem photographer. Like, I guess back in the day, they used to make like family photos, but with the dead child, like in the picture. She posted a couple in her video. I'll link the video that she talks about this book down below because those pictures are quite eerie. Anyways, Thea was left in an orphanage when she was a child, young, and then when she gets older, she goes looking for her birth family, and somehow there's like a ghost story involved. She follows the trail of her mother to Wisconsin and an insane asylum, a mental asylum. And then she reawakens the legend of Misty Wayfair, a murdered woman who allegedly haunts the area and whose appearance portends death. I believe then there's a dual timeline. Because then it says, a century later, Heidi receives a troubling letter from her mother who's battling dementia, compelling her to travel to Pleasant Valley, which is the name of this asylum, for answers to her own questions of identity. So there's the dual timeline, which I always love in that one. This one, the house on Foster Hill. In this one, we also have a dual timeline. In the present day timeline, we follow Kane, who is a widow. Her husband passed away a couple years earlier, and I guess the circumstances surrounding his death are suspect, and she wants further investigations to be done. Somehow in the process of all of that, they come across this house on Foster Hill, and then there's a century old timeline, a century before timeline as well, about events that happen in this abandoned house that they find in the midst of trying to solve what happened to her husband. It's said that these are pretty suspenseful and intense. I feel like they're so good for the fall. And then this third one, The Reckoning of Gossamer Pond, at Gossamer Pond, also takes place in the Midwest, and we are at this town of Gossamer Grove, and like there's 100-year time difference between two storylines as well, which I love the dual timeline thing, so I'm here for all of it. It seems like this town kind of seems at the out front like it has all these, holds true to all these Midwest standards and values, and yet the main character, Annalise, is also aware of some secrets about the town and maybe the people in it. There's also a mystery in each of these that we're trying to solve and figure out along the way, and I just feel like the vibes that I'm getting from these are very gothic and intense, and I'm so excited to try out some Jamie Jo Wright. And I feel like if you are interested in some Christian fiction that is not based on romance, maybe this is an author you should try. I'll have to read one soon and let you know, but I was definitely influenced by Chantel, so thanks girl, you got me. All right, so that's it. For me, this is a pretty small-ish book haul, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 books. Just 10 books. That's not that bad. And a puzzle, of course. Can't forget the puzzle. I would love to chat with you about these books or about anything else in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe. I'm getting closer and closer to 5,000, and I have something fun planned. So if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends. Get me to 5,000 because we are going to have some fun when we get there. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you in another video very soon. Bye.